A man walked into a bar with his friends. He was smiling, laughing, talking about the future. He was seen on security cameras multiple times. But there is one thing no camera ever captured. Brian Shaffer never walked out. No exit footage, no witnesses, no trace. And to this day, no one can explain how a person can disappear inside a building. His name was Brian Shaffer. He was 27 years old, and his disappearance remains one of the most baffling mysteries in modern American history. Brian Shaffer was a medical student at Ohio State University. Smart, driven, well-liked. He was weeks away from graduating medical school. He had his whole life ahead of him. But behind the scenes, Brian was carrying more weight than most people knew. Just months earlier, his mother had died after a long battle with cancer. Brian was close to her. Her death hit him hard. Friends noticed he had changed, not dramatically, just enough to matter. He still went out, still laughed, still made plans. But there was something heavier behind his smile. On the night of March 31st, 2006, Brian went out with friends to celebrate the start of spring break. They chose a popular spot in Columbus, Ohio, a bar called Ugly Tuna Saloon. It was crowded, loud, packed with students. Music, alcohol, chaos. The kind of place where no one notices one person leave. Or so it seemed. Security cameras captured Brian entering the bar around 9:57 p.m. He was with two friends. He looked relaxed, comfortable, normal. Inside the bar, witnesses remembered nothing unusual. Brian wasn't upset. He wasn't angry. He wasn't drunk enough to cause concern. At some point during the night, Brian separated from his friends. Not unusual in a crowded bar. They assumed he had gone home or met someone else. They waited, texted, called. No response. By 2 a.m., the bar was closing. Everyone poured out into the street. Everyone except Brian. Here's where the story becomes disturbing. The Ugly Tuna Saloon had only two exits. One main entrance, monitored by cameras, and a service exit, also partially covered. Security footage shows Brian near the entrance several times, talking to two women, laughing, leaning against the wall. The camera catches him stepping away, and then, nothing. He is never seen exiting. Not through the front, not through the back, not on any surrounding cameras. Brian Shaffer simply vanishes from recorded reality. When Brian didn't show up the next day, his family grew concerned. This wasn't like him. He missed work. He missed plans. He missed calls. By April 1st, police were notified. Investigators assumed the obvious. Maybe he went home with someone. Maybe he passed out somewhere. Maybe he left before cameras caught him. But as hours turned into days, the obvious explanations began to collapse. Police reviewed the footage again, and again, and again. Frame by frame. Brian enters. Brian lingers. Brian disappears. But Brian never leaves. They questioned everyone. Bar staff, security, friends, students. No one remembered seeing him exit. No one remembered anything strange. No fight. No argument. No signs of distress. Just absence. As the investigation deepened, the questions multiplied. Brian left behind his phone, his wallet, his keys. His car was still parked where he left it. His bank accounts remained untouched. His passport was never used. There was no sign of planning, no goodbye message, no indication he wanted to disappear. In fact, Brian had just told friends he was excited about graduating. about becoming a doctor, about moving forward. People don't abandon their lives silently. But Brian did. Searches expanded. Hospitals were checked. Jails were checked. Shelters were checked. Nothing. No Brian. Then came the theories. Some believe Brian met someone that night. Someone dangerous. Someone who saw opportunity in a crowded bar. But how? No struggle. No witnesses. No footage. Others believe Brian somehow accessed a construction area near the bar. There was ongoing renovation. Hidden stairwells. Service corridors. But again, no evidence. No body. No remains. Another theory suggests Brian may have been involved in a freak accident, that he wandered off into the dark alleyways surrounding the bar. Maybe he passed out. Maybe he hurt himself. But, again, there was no sign of struggle. No sign of any injury. Just the unanswered footage. There are also whispers of foul play. Some believe Brian may have encountered someone in the alley. Someone he knew or didn't know. But there are no records, no evidence of any interaction. Was it an abduction? Was it a chance encounter? Was he taken by someone from the crowd? But even if someone took him, why leave no trace? Perhaps the most unsettling detail came years later. Brian's cell phone began ringing. Long after his disappearance, it would ring and ring, then stop. Voicemails were left, never answered, never retrieved. The phone was never found. Brian's father believes his son is still alive, that he started over, that he couldn't handle the grief, that he walked away. But even those closest to Brian struggle with that idea. He loved his family. He loved medicine. He loved his future. Disappearing wasn't in his nature. This case refuses to settle because it breaks the rules. People don't vanish inside buildings. Not without witnesses. Not without evidence. Not without explanation. And yet Brian Shaffer did. Today, the ugly Tuna Saloon is gone. The building was demolished. Whatever secrets it held are buried. Forever. Brian Shaffer has never been found. No remains. No answers. Only unanswered footage. A man walking into a bar. And never walking out. Somewhere between the music and the noise. Between the cameras and the crowd. Brian Shaffer disappeared. And the silence that followed has never been explained.